Shut up. What's going on? It's Swam here with another podcast, and I got a special guest, Jarvis P. Possum.
That's right.
Say hello.
That's right.
So we're going to talk about the NFL playoffs since me and Howdy's podcast was an epic failure because the audio is absolute garbage. The audio sounds pretty good right now.
New setup too.
Yeah, we're on the couch, casting couch all day.
Yeah. Swam on a couch.
Swam on a couch. It was just not black. So let's get started. Playoff time. Who do we got first? Detroit?
No, Kansas City,
No.
Houston, I believe.
Kansas City, Houston. So everyone's going to say Kansas City's going to win because they got Taylor Swift on their side and the referees.
They're going to win, but I'm pretty sure that's not why.
I wouldn't be surprised if Houston pulls the upset, but I don't see it happening.
It's not going to happen.
Their defense can't contain the Mahomes.
Steve Spagnuolo is just going to blitz C.J. Stroud. I would go out on a limb and say C.J. Stroud gets sacked 4 times this game.
I could see that. His line isn't that good.
No. Their defense has tightened up, but you're not going to stop Patrick Mahomes.
And their receiver's still out too. What, Tank Dell?
Tank Dell, and I'm not even sure Stephon Diggs is back yet.
No. Yeah. So who the hell's their running back?
They have Joe Mixon now.
Oh, they do. He's not bad.
No, I think he had 1,000 yards again this year, and he missed 3 or 4 games. Like he's a good back.
But it's also playoff time, and Stroud's still young.
Well, you got to remember he's rushing against Steve Spagnuolo,
and Mahomes has been there, done that. They're going for the 3-peat.
Kansas City's going to win, and it's just going to be everybody's going to hate it.
It's all because of Taylor Swift.
Well, yeah, they're going to hate that part too, because I know I do.
Swifties.
She's definitely ruined Travis Kelce's career.
Oh, God, he's playing like such garbage this year.
Same thing happened to Aaron Rodgers. As soon as she started dating Danica, his whole world went down.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yep. Travis Kelce, another famous white girl. Boom, right downhill.
Yeah, it's Travis Kelce. I mean, he couldn't block for shit, but he was a receiving tight end threat for the ages, and now he's just...
Yeah, on a receiving end, I wouldn't call him the best ever, even though he thinks he is. No, Tony Gonzalez.
Gronk.
No, Tony Gonzalez. Gronk. Tony Gonzalez.
No.
Yeah, look at the stats.
Gronk. All day.
No way.
If it wasn't for his glass bones, he would have been...
He never... Tony Gonzalez... Just shut up, Gary. You're wrong. Tony Gonzalez.
Swam.
No. Tony Gonzalez and Priest Holmes and that late 90s, early 2000s Kansas City team was unbelievable. I don't know how they didn't win a Super Bowl.
Jamal Charles, right? Not Jamal Charles.
Priest Holmes.
Yeah, Charles was still on it when they were decent, weren't they? Or was he?
I think so. He was after Priest Holmes.
Yeah.
I believe. I don't remember who the quarterback was.
I don't remember.
Was it Trent Dilfer?
Dilfer was on the Ravens.
Eventually. Yeah, he won the Super Bowl with the Ravens.
He did.
Yeah, and then I think he was on Kansas City before that. I could be wrong.
That means as of right now, though, Trent Dilfer is better than Lamar Jackson because he's a Super Bowl.
Yes, because all the homos count rings out there instead of, that's what makes you a good quarterback.
Yeah. I'm going to look at my phone to see what the next game is, even though I know it. Detroit
and
Redskins.
Definitely bet the under on this game.
Detroit's going to curb stomp them.
Yeah. You're getting David Montgomery back.
Misplaced my spitter.
I believe you kicked it across the floor, Gary.
Fuck.
I love it.
I love it. Spit all over this shag carpet.
But yeah, it's probably not the worst thing that's been drug across this shag carpet.
This carpet?
There's probably been an asshole or two scratching here.
It hasn't seen a whole lot of action. Not by me, at least. Other people, yes.
That's disgusting.
But anyway, back to the game. So Washington, yeah, they're no.
Detroit they're just going to run the ball all over them between Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery.
They don't even have to run.
Detroit's probably going to hang 50 fucking points on them.
I could see it.
The over-under is probably going to be 63, and Detroit will score, 48 of them.
Well, Washington's also got the black version of Lamar Jackson in Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, this will be the game he folds. I mean, they got away with it in Tampa Bay.
He was pretty good.
I don't think Washington's a bad team.
No, they're not. They're just young.
Yeah. They got to work on a running game. They have a good running back, but I don't think they utilize him enough.
They have Eckler too. They have two good running
They have
backs.
Austin Eckler and who's that? Brian Robbins?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, if they could like next year establish some really good play action, they'll be unstoppable.
No, that's next year. But it is the Redskins, so they're bound to go.
Oh, you're right. Well, I don't know. Dan Quinn's not a bad head coach.
He was with the Falcons, right?
After who was there first? Arthur Smith?
I always get confused because then Arthur Blank, the owner.
Maybe Arthur. Maybe.
I don't.
I only know one Falcons fan. He can't answer my questions right now. He's not here, so.
Well, wait. Was Dan Quinn the coach of the infamous Super Bowl with 28-3?
I don't think so. I think he was after that.
Such a good time. Tom Brady is the GOAT.
I just remember watching that going, I know this game's not over, but I wish it was.
Yeah, well, Tom Brady's just the best, and they're trying to make Mahomes.
And all they did was talk Matt Stafford up. Or not Matt Stafford, Matt Ryan. Boy, he's a pretty good quarterback. Boy, he's really not that good of a quarterback.
No, and I hated his face.
He's terrible on television, too. I think he's working with CBS now.
Tony Romo surprisingly turned out to be
You know who else did? Tom Brady. Tom Brady is great behind a microphone.
He was a little shaky first.
Who would have ever thought that stuck-up, ignorant douchebag would ever be good behind a microphone? He's excellent.
It's Tom Brady.
Absolutely excellent.
It's that jawline. He's the GOAT. He's just the best. And they want Patrick Mahomes to be the new GOAT, which is why they're going to push this three-peat with Taylor Swift. Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever. All right.
I hope
Sunday's games. So I think we got Eagles and Rams first. I think Rams win.
This is the toughest. I don't know if it's the toughest game to decide.
I don't know. I just trust Matt Stafford more than Jalen Hurts.
I don't know if I trust the Rams defense as much as I do Saquon's legs.
Yeah, Saquon is very good. Very good.
As a Giants fan, I'm so happy he's doing
that's
well.
Right. You're a Giants fan. It sucks. And I'm an Eagles fan.
Well, yeah, you were a Patriots fan too, because you're a border
jumper. I wasn't a Patriots fan. I was a Tom Brady fan.
You're a border jumper.
There's a difference. So that makes me a Buccaneers fan.
You're no better than people that climb chain link fences.
I've always been an Eagles fan. Even when I enjoyed Tom Brady's greatness, I still was an Eagles fan. I just like Tom Brady's greatness.
You rooted for the Patriots in the Super Bowl that the Eagles won.
Tom Brady.
That's literally a violation of being a fan of anything.
Yeah,
the only time you get to the championship 40 fucking years and you root against them.
Phillies fans are trash. I'm just being trash with them.
Well, you're right about that. You see that guy got fired last week.
Who?
They were playing the Packers, I guess, and there was some drunk dude. I mean, I don't know, like swinging at some chick, like Packers fan or whatever, like just heckling her, and they got it on video, so they threw him out of they banned him for life, and he got fired from his job and shit. Yeah, it's wild because Philly's just full of scumbags.
Oh, it is.
So really, absolutely. I hope the Rams win. I hope they win like 30-21. I hope it's not even close.
It is a trash city, but Los Angeles sucks too. If we're going on fans,
the
whole state of California is a shit pit.
Well, yeah, they're doing some cleansing out there right now.
In the fire.
So
that's some biblical shit right there.
Yeah, hopefully God's doing God's work. I don't care if the devil's doing God's work, to be honest with you. He's doing some cleansing.
Yeah, well. All right. So anyway, back to the game. I'm going Rams.
I want to take the Rams.
I'm going with the Rams. Are going to get an early lead. Jalen Hurts is not that good at throwing the ball, and
I think the Rams can win. I think this game covers the spread. How about that?
That's fair.
I want the Rams to win. That's what I want.
I do. I mean, I'm an Eagles fan. I do want the Eagles to win. It would be nice to see them get another Super Bowl. I like Saquon, Penn State.
If Cooper Kupp could be relevant this game, because everybody's going to focus on Nakua.
Yeah, I do want the Eagles
Kyrian to win. Williams. But if Cooper Kupp can have like a little bit of a resurgence, I know he's getting all these major injuries, but if he can get a touchdown, you know what I mean, get open, catch the ball, get the first downs.
If he gets a stat line of 10
if he could do that
slot
receiving bullshit that he did 5-6 years ago, you know what I mean?
When he got the
boom, check down 8 yards, boom, check down 10 yards, boom, check down 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll win that game. They got to keep the Saquon off the field because the Eagles are going to run the ball and run the ball and run the ball and try to control time possession.
Yeah. Like I said, I want the Eagles to win. I'm a realistic Eagles fan. I think the Rams are going to win. Now, this is the hardest game to predict. Baltimore at Buffalo.
Now, everybody outside of Baltimore, Maryland wants the Bills to win. I think everybody wants the Bills to win the Super Bowl. I know I do. That's
I
why I'm
do, yeah. Oh,
cheering
yeah.
for.
I'm rooting for them, too.
Um,
And it's supposed to snow, I think.
I think game time is like 10 degrees, bunch of wind. I don't know if they're going to get some lake effect or not because we're supposed to get a storm coming up the coast.
So Josh Allen special,
So,
and Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball. So,
he can throw the ball 1 out of every 3 passes. I'll give him that.
and then he throws a pick.
That's usually pass number 5, yeah.
Or if they're not winning, then they're losing. He's trash.
Again, this game is going to come down to the best running back on the field.
Who is Derrick Henry?
Now, I was watching First Take this morning, right? And one of them sports writers, it wasn't Graziano, it was another guy. He is saying that James Cook is going to have more rushing yards than Derrick Henry this game. I don't believe that for a minute. The Bills have like the 3rd worst rushing defense in the league, behind the Dallas Cowboys and probably the Browns or something stupid, or the Giants. And man, Derrick Henry's he's a big guy. He's a lot to stop, and I don't think the Bills can do it.
No.
So they're gonna have to. This game could be 56-53, and hopefully Bass wins the game for him. You know what I mean? It's probably going to come down to who has last possession.
Probably. Whoever scores more points is probably going to win.
Well, usually who scores more points does win.
It happens.
I mean, that's usually how the game is played. I mean, I've never seen it done differently. Maybe it is.
I hate the NFL's changing landscapes. So you never know now. They got to cater to the people.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift.
I
don't
know.
That Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry tandem of running is just dirty. I
think the Bills will be able to contain Lamar Jackson. The Bills, they need to come right out of the gate and they need to score points. They need to make Baltimore throw the ball.
Right, and they'll lose because Lamar Jackson can't do that
You're
all
right.
the time. You're right.
If Baltimore has to constantly throw the ball and play catch up, they're screwed.
Yep.
If the Bills let them hang around, it's going to be game over.
They're going to win at the end of the game. Derrick Henry's just going to trudge away at yards.
Yes, and then Baltimore will lose to Kansas City because Kansas City will control the run game.
Not just that, but
then Kansas City will go to the Super Bowl.
Their offensive game plan will just turn into, we need to pass the ball against Kansas City. Screw the run.
Yes, you're exactly right. Now, if the Bills have to play Kansas City, that'll be a game.
Another barn burner, 45-44, I think.
Yeah, I think the Bills will win that one. I do. I mean, the Bills need to win this game. This is probably the best game of the week. Well, yeah, Notre Dame, Ohio State.
Yeah, but, I mean, if the Bills lose this game, they won't go to the Super Bowl. So, like,
they need to win.
Their hopes, they do need to win because if they don't win, they don't go to the Super Bowl.
You're right.
There's no double elimination. One and done.
I mean, I think they can. Like I said, they gotta get Dalton Kincaid going. You know what I mean? They got to get Shakir
just
going.
The backup running back. He's actually not bad either.
Oh yeah, what is his name?
Davis. Something Davis. I don't know. I picked him up in my trash fantasy league.
Is it Davis? Because I know they traded or let Gabe Davis go. Whatever happened to him?
Well, no. Gabe Davis was a receiver. I'm talking about the backup running back.
Yeah, he went to Jacksonville.
I think he's a rookie.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Gabe Davis. Yeah, he went to Jacksonville, and I think he got hurt.
Yeah, well, it's Jacksonville. That's where
Trevor Lawrence looks like a chick, so he could be in the
I always thought he looked like one of those Easter Island fucking.
He has a very long face. Everything about his face is long.
Yeah. There's something weird about him.
Yeah,
he's not good. Clemson does not turn out good quarterback products. I don't know why everybody thought he was good.
Deshaun Watson was Clemson, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he wasn't good.
No, he's fucking hot garbage.
He's garbage. He just tore his ACL again, walking down the steps.
No, it wasn't his ACL. I thought it was his Achilles. Oh, the Achilles was the first one. And then he tore his ACL in the rehab for the Achilles.
Aren't the Achilles and the ACL the same thing? Gary?
No. Your Achilles is your ankle. Achilles heel. You ever hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, your Achilles. Your ACL is your anterior cruciate ligament. I know because I tore mine.
I know. That's why I'm asking. I always thought they were the same thing.
No, ACL is in your knee.
I thought the Achilles
is in your
was.
It's back here.
You're
Feel
right. You're right. It goes up to the backside of your knee.
Yeah, but no, they're not connected. The ACL is connected between your tibia and your femur.
I didn't know that.
This just runs up the back of your leg down into your heel. Yeah, no, they're separate ligaments altogether.
How about that?
Yeah.
You're just from a black guy, right?
Yeah, I got the cadaver.
Okay, yeah.
Well, no, I don't think it was from a black guy. I couldn't run faster or jump higher. So I mean,
you said it might be from a black guy.
I might have retore it. So cheap.
How the fuck do you re-tear something when you don't use it?
When I did use it, before I went Superman.
What, standing up off the toilet?
Before I went Superman into a picnic table and I was still active.
You weren't active before that. The
More
most active thing you did was get up and throw a dart and then sit back down.
Yeah, well, that's active.
Yeah.
I still attempted to play football and basketball.
Burn more calories digesting a frozen pizza than you ever did fucking running.
I do eat a lot of frozen pizzas.
So yeah. We hope the Bills win. America hopes the Bills win.
Yeah.
What do you think of Ohio State, Notre Dame?
Ohio State.
I know.
I don't watch enough college to really know the ins and outs, but it's Ohio State.
Ohio State was, man, they were on the verge of hot garbage at the end of the season. I mean, they wanted to fire Ryan Day. I don't know why. Ohio State fans are like the Philadelphia Eagles fans of the college world.
Trash.
Yeah, and everybody hates Ohio State. Everybody.
Yeah. I hate hearing.
They lost to Michigan. You know what I mean? They got 2 losses. It's like, well, Ohio State really isn't that good. You know,
they're like the new Alabama.
So
without the wins.
I don't remember who they played. Someone garbage. Then they had to play Oregon. It's like, boy, Oregon's going to stomp them. So Oregon's, yeah, okay.
I thought Oregon was going to be.
Oregon was the best team in the country.
And then Ohio State just did Ohio State things. And they
won. I mean, when ranking ended, because it was kind of effed up because of the way the playoffs were. So they took teams that like were the conference winners and made them ranked higher, which was wrong. But Notre Dame should have been ranked number 2. I don't care if they're independent or not. I mean, they were playing some really, really, really good football from like mid-November on.
I didn't follow college all that much.
I think Penn State had a better chance to beat Ohio State. For as weird as that sounds.
No, I agree. I actually agree with that.
Because I think Penn State could. I just don't trust Notre Dame's offense.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Penn State goes, Franklin, I don't trust him.
Well, you're right. I mean, he would have made. Penn State would have been up again 48-45 or 48-44 or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he would have. Just like against Notre Dame. 33 seconds in the game left. 1st and 10. We're up 2 points. What kind of game time decision would you make, Gary? Would you run the ball on 1st and 10 with 33 seconds left when you're up 2?
I'd pass it.
Oh, you pass it? Would you pass it right to the defender?
Hail Mary.
Interception?
5 wide, Hail Mary.
Man, that ACL, that must come from James Franklin. There must be a James Franklin ACL for a decision made like that.
It could have been. No, he's alive.
Stupid. And they, don't get me started.
You did get started. You're stopping yourself. You're playing possum on your own comments.
He is the worst decision maker I've ever seen.
Yeah,
he's worse than that idiot the Bears fired.
I was just going to say, what about the Bears with not calling any timeouts?
So how about Mike McCarthy's talking about going there?
To the Bears?
Yeah. That'll never work. Not with that idiot quarterback they got. That will not fit his system.
No, he's a great quarterback. He's the best.
Yeah, okay.
He was drafted number whatever for a reason. They're all good.
Yeah, I bet he wears Timberlands. It doesn't tie him and has a tongue sticking out because he paints his fucking nails. Okay.
Oh, yeah, he does paint his nails.
Yeah.
So he's on the LGBTQIA plus hamburger soup shop side.
I think it's just a cultural thing, Gary.
Nope. Trannies.
I don't think so. I think it's just a...
Does he have a grill?
Probably helps him blend into the branches.
Does he have a grill? Does he?
I don't know, but Lamar Jackson. Oh my God! Did you watch that post-game interview last week with him? Jesus! Aliens are never abducting his fucking teeth. I know that much.
Hair in my mouth.
Like, my God.
Well, he is what is shaping the youth of America.
Yep.
I
wonder if he gets TV signals with them fucking teeth. He's got to. Like, I've never seen that before in my life.
They help him run faster.
Man. He should be able to fucking. He probably drives a Tesla, and that's why he smiles out the fucking window and soaks up the sun to charge a goddamn battery. I mean, he's so stupid. He annoys me.
He's the MVP.
Nah,
MVP.
no. Now he would. It would make me feel more comfortable saying he was the MVP this year because he has better stats this year than he did last year, and he never should have won last year. Never.
No, Josh Allen should have won last year.
No, absolutely not. Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
One of the best years a running back could ever have, and he goes out and look what happens to the team. He literally is the most valuable player on that team.
Yeah. Well, this year proves it though. Last year it didn't.
Exactly. It did because he was hurt 2 or 3 games last year.
He didn't throw the ball occasionally. That's why he didn't win.
Lamar Jackson never should have won last year.
No, he's so good in the playoffs.
That it's a popularity award is what that is. It's a quarterback popularity award.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's exactly what it is. Like Josh Allen, I know you can make a case for Joe Burrow, but I don't think so.
Oh, didn't they say Kansas City threw the last game so the Bengals didn't go into the playoffs so they didn't have to face Joe Burrow?
They didn't throw the last game. They sat everybody. And why wouldn't you?
They still threw it.
It doesn't matter. Denver won last week. Denver and Miami both needed to lose. Denver won. So
that's because Denver played Kansas City.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I'm saying. They
right.
threw the game so Burrow couldn't make the playoffs.
No, that's not right.
Because they were afraid of Joe Burrow.
No. Who did Denver play last? Oh, the Bills. That's right. I thought they were going to do a better job.
Denver?
Yeah.
No, they played Kansas City.
Who did the Bills play last week? Denver. Bills played Denver. They definitely did.
No.
Yes, they did. 100. Look it up. You got your phone. The Bills played Denver.
The last week of the season.
Because Denver came out, they scored on the first drive.
Last week of the season.
No, last week.
What was last? Oh, wild card weekend?
Yeah. Bills in Denver. And I thought Denver was going to do,
oh, yeah, it was Bills. Oh, yeah.
I thought I thought the Bills were going to win.
Sorry, brain injury. I completely forgot about the wild card round. But yeah, no, you're right. I thought the Bills were going to put some points up. Or the Denver was.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be. Actually, I thought their defense was going to. I thought it was going to be like a low scoring game.
That was, no. I didn't go the way I expected. Well, not just that. All of last weekend was a shit show. Now that it's coming back to my head. The Eagles went out, scored off the kickoff. I thought they were going to trounce the Packers. And then that turned into a.
I thought the Packers were going to win that game. I thought the Packers had enough juice in their tank all around that whole team. Their defense was good all year.
After the Eagles came out and got the touchdown.
They don't have they don't have great wide receivers, but they've got like 3 number 2 wide receivers. You know what I mean?
But one tore his ACL before that game, I think.
Dobbs, I think.
No.
Watson? No, Watson played.
One of them. One of the 3.
Reed.
Yeah, and then Love was hurt. So I didn't think the Packers were going to win. I mean, I figured the Eagles would win. But
they went out, they got Josh Jacobs. He doesn't suck. You know what I mean?
Their defense isn't hot garbage.
I think the worst player on that team is Jordan Love, personally. I don't think
he has his moments, but he's not.
He's not championship caliber quarterback.
Right.
He's not.
I know. Last weekend, though, Herbert.
Yeah. What happened there? Like,
I thought the Chargers were going to win that game.
Everybody thought everybody but Bill Cowher. I watched the CBS pregame, and he picked Houston. And everybody's looking at him like, "What's wrong with you?"
Those 4 picks. He threw 3 all year.
Holy moly!
Granted, 1 was all Will Dissly's fault, but still, it's 3 interceptions he just threw.
And their defense. Their defense was good.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
I don't know. I mean, I thought the Chargers were going to beat Kansas City at some point. But nope.
Well, you're right, because the Chargers would have had to play Kansas City.
But yeah, that didn't happen that way. Who else played last weekend?
We had Washington, the Bucs.
The Redskins beat the Buccaneers.
That was another game. Could have went either way, because the Bucs.
Yeah.
They started off like crap, but Baker Mayfield has been balling out, man.
It was fun watching that game when Baker did that. He ran it and just truck stick that guy, and then the Bucs just came to life. That guy
leaving Cleveland was the best thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah, I never thought he was a shit quarterback. I just thought he was.
He annoyed me a lot.
He was annoying.
When he first started, and then he went. You know what I mean? He got humbled.
Doesn't mean he's bad, but
No. But boy, I think Tampa Bay is going to be a real good team next year.
Tampa
Like real
Bay,
good.
their defense needs a little improvement.
Boy, could you imagine if Robert Saleh went there as a D coordinator?
Well, he was. Where did he go after the Jets?
So he was a consultant for Green Bay.
Oh,
Why do you think Green Bay's defense turned it up?
that's fair.
Him and Matt LaFleur are buddies, I guess.
DeFleur. Who else played last weekend?
You had the Rams and whoever they played. Oh, Minnesota.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
figured the Rams were going to win.
That game went the way I thought it was going to go.
That's about the only one
Yeah.
that did. Minnesota's fraud.
They started off good, and
Sam
I'm kinda with
Darnold's
you.
just not good.
Sam Darnold is
Mediocre.
okay.
He's average.
Yeah.
He's average. He could be Swam.
He's like a modern day Brady Quinn. You know.
I thought he would have lasted longer in the league. It's a perennial backup, but he didn't. But yeah, the Rams, and who?
Yeah, Sam Darnold. I mean, he'll get money.
Oh,
He'll go play somewhere next year.
Baltimore. They played Pittsburgh. I thought that was going to be a lot closer of a game.
I
I actually would have been surprised if Pittsburgh won. Russell Wilson pulled out some old man magic.
It wasn't that. It was what happened to Pittsburgh's defense? Like ever since Thanksgiving.
TJ Watt was hurt for a minute.
Yeah, but did you he hasn't had a sack? I read this week. He hasn't had a sack or like a quarterback or a tackle or something. Or there were two
pressure.
stats. Yeah, it was one of them stats in like 1,200 some snaps.
Nah, that's pretty bad.
Like what has happened to Pittsburgh's defense? If you came up to me the week before Thanksgiving and said, who's the best defense in the league? I said, Pittsburgh's going to the Super Bowl. You couldn't have changed my mind.
I don't know if I would have went that far, but
And then
their defense was good.
It was awesome. Nobody was better. Nobody was better than Pittsburgh's defense. And then Thanksgiving happened, and I don't know, they got turkey drunk or something.
Turkey drunk and too much tryptophan.
Yeah. Man, I mean, they just sucked. Like, they got to get rid of Mike Tomlin. They really do. He's
the new Jeff Fisher. He's not going to do anything great, but he's going to give you.
That's a really good comparison.
Yeah, just enough wins
That's a really good comparison.
Year.
Yeah, to make you think he's good.
Yeah, but he's really not.
No, he's not. They got to get rid of him.
Yes, all right. That covered about all of last week. We covered the upcoming games. Yeah. Super Bowl, I think, is going to be Bills and Lions.
That's the Super Bowl everybody wants.
I think I could easily see it being Eagles.
I could see it
Chiefs
going
again.
to Eagles.
Chiefs.
I could definitely see the Eagles, 100%.
I wouldn't be upset if it was Rams.
No, I don't hate the Rams. I like Matt Stafford.
Yeah,
I always did.
Yeah.
I mean, he spent his whole entire career in Detroit, had excellent numbers. Now, granted, he had Calvin Johnson for a few years, but outside of that, you're on Detroit. You know what I mean?
Imagine if they never wasted Calvin Johnson's prime years.
Oh, my God. Just look at Barry Sanders. Spent his whole career there. Best running back of all time. Like, you can't even argue it. Because you could say Emmitt Smith or you could say Walter Payton.
The juice.
But it's really Barry Sanders because he did everything those guys did, but on Detroit.
That's fair.
You
I couldn't even name Detroit's quarterbacks before Matt Stafford.
Dan Orlovsky.
Oh my God,
that fucking loser.
Trash panda.
God, I can't stand him on ESPN.
He's
horrible.
such a nerd.
He sacked himself.
He did.
Remember that? Ran out of the end zone. Boom, safety. That's how bad you are.
Forgot about that.
And he went to school at like UConn or something. Like the only good sports players they turn out is them women basketball players. Nobody watches that garbage anyway.
Hey, don't talk shit on the WNBA. They're progressive. We had one of them go to Russia.
Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to that thing? Is it still there?
No, they traded like some Russian fucking criminal to get her back.
For a fucking basketball player? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
Unbelievable.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Biden like traded some Russian criminal we had for Brittany Griner. Because she had weed.
Unbelievable.
Good times.
No.
USA.
No.
You think Trump would have did that?
No.
Absolutely not.
No. It's going to be a shit show on Monday. I can't wait.
Monday?
Yeah. 12 noon, buddy. Inauguration's happening.
Oh, duh. Something's going to happen.
At least there's one good thing. At least you don't have to look forward to Ohio State winning the whole day. At least you can look forward to Trump coming back.
Yeah.
That's what worries me about the flipping Eagles this year. Somebody brought that up. Last time Trump was president, the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Oh, how about
It's
that?
like, oh, that's why you got to
I
ruin my
still
time.
don't trust Hurts. That entire team, if they had a different quarterback.
So if you had Nick Foles right now,
Yeah, they'd win. Well, depends on what version of Nick Foles.
Nick Foles that
Big Dick Nick, yes, they're winning the Super
yes.
Bowl. Any other version of Nick Foles? No.
What about Carson Wentz?
And again, what version of Carson Wentz? MVP before the ACL tear or everything after? And
Everything out. No, he's not trash now.
Carson Wentz he's not good.
If he had a starting job on a decent team that wasn't the Redskins or
He's not
the
good.
fucking Browns,
then
or wherever else
he played for Kansas City. The last week of the season sucked, and I think he was on the Colts. Sucked.
Was he on the Colts? Yeah, you're right. He was the Colts. I said the Browns. Now the Colts they're hot garbage. They're hot garbage.
They're not.
They are hot garbage, Gary.
The Colts are not hot.
No, they are smoke
their
and mirrors.
Fucking quarterback was like, I'm tired. I'm going to take a playoff.
Yeah, well, they should have fired him over that one. Yeah, him and Bryce Young. I mean, they should have just been, I want to sit down. Go home.
Yeah.
Go home. We'll get somebody off the street who wants to play football. Yeah, I agree with you on that. What's his name? Anthony Richardson. He's horrible.
Yeah, he's not
horrible.
He's not
but
good.
that team has had nothing but coaching issues ever since not Tony Dungy.
Well, Tony Dungy was on the Colts, but then the coach
Frank Reich, who was there. He was on Carolina last year, and they fired him after like 3 years. Or Chuck Pagano. Chuck Pagano. That's because Frank Reich took over for him.
Yeah,
when he had the cancer. Yeah, ever since Chuck Pagano, that team's just they're not good.
The Colts used to be perennial powerhouses when they had the forehead.
Well, yeah, when you have the greatest quarterback of all time playing football on your team,
Tom Brady.
Why wouldn't
he be
the
Patriots?
Tom Brady was on the Patriots.
He's the greatest quarterback.
No, he's not. No, he's not. We're not getting into this, Gary. Just because you have more Super Bowl rings. Hey, Terry Bradshaw has more Super Bowl rings than Peyton Manning. Does that make him better?
No.
Well,
no.
You're proving my point.
No.
You're proving my point.
I'd still take Tom Brady over Peyton Manning. Doesn't matter.
Absolutely not. You're playing backyard football, right? You're a captain. I'm a captain. Flip a quarter. See who goes first. You get heads. You win. Take your first pick. You're taking Tom Brady over Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
Yep.
You're an idiot.
Well, what version of Peyton Manning? The juiced up Denver version that was taking all the HGH?
Well, I mean, his neck was broken. How do you blame him?
His forehead grew by 16 centimeters.
But yeah, I mean, he at the quarterback position, he's the best quarterback
Tom Brady
of all time. No, not a chance.
Just saying, Tom Brady. I would just take Tom Brady.
No chance.
He's got that clutch gene, that jawline.
He had Bill Belichick. He had the greatest coach of all time.
Jawline for
the
greatest coach. Because look what happened after Brady left. The Patriots went.
Yeah, because they made him GM and head coach at the same time. Try doing both, Gary.
He sucked. Belichick was a fraud. It was all Brady.
Gary, they only missed the playoffs 1 year.
It's all Brady.
They only missed the playoffs 1 year. Even before Brady, they still made the playoffs. And then shit-ass Drew Bledsoe.
And then Drew Bledsoe did the NFL the biggest favor when he hurt himself and let Tom Brady take over.
Then he cried about it.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up.
Roger.
Yeah, it was fun. Maybe
we'll do it again next week, and we'll hash out some more football.
Yeah, Tom Brady's still the best quarterback.
Yeah, no, shut up, Gary.
I have a brain injury.
Your brain was injured before you had a brain injury.